Wow, check out those numbers, eh? A lot of people, they love blaming property investors for all the housing problems. But let's talk about what happens if investors end up leaving the market, because around 85% of rental housing in New Zealand is actually being provided by private landlords, trusts, and businesses. That's the data from the 2023 census. So, like it or not, the rental market heavily relies on private investors. Not everyone's in a position to buy. So, you've got people that are studying, you've got people that are rebuilding after separation. Some are brand new to the country, and some simply cannot afford to buy yet. But they all need somewhere to live. And a lot of investors, they're not just holding on to these properties, they're being upgraded. They're warmer now with heat pumps and double glazing, healthy homes compliant, modernizing older stock so people can actually live in better conditions. So can you imagine what happens if investors keep being treated like political fodder? Higher costs, more restrictions, less incentive to provide rentals. What's going to happen? Fewer rental properties. But this demand, it doesn't just disappear. So now you've got more tenants competing for fewer homes. And you know what that means? Rents will usually rise. So you can dislike property investors emotionally, but functionally they provide an essential service in the housing system. There's already about 20,000 households waiting for public housing in New Zealand. So if private investors keep leaving the market, where exactly all these people were supposed to live? Take investors out of the game and you take homes out of the rental market. And tenants are usually the ones who feel it the most.